Welcome everyone to Films with the Women in My Life. My name is Brennan, and joining me tonight is Jess.
Hi everyone.
And Nicole.
Yellow.
And Mama Kay.
Hi everybody. Sorry.
There's mostly normal entrances this time. Tonight, we are catching you up on the movies we've seen in July, mostly July, a couple of June stragglers in there. We've got lots of new stuff, theaters, some streaming, we've got TV we'll do in the second half of the show, but yeah, it sounds like we've all been to the theaters. All four of us have been to the theaters recently.
What?
Yeah, someone who doesn't always go to the movie theaters was in the movie theaters not too long ago. So we are all going to have at least some theater movies to talk about tonight. But
cool.
Why don't we start with the biggest, newest thing? I haven't seen it, but two of my co-hosts have. Why don't you guys talk about the new Superman? There's a brand. Don't you feel like we just had 15 of them, and then 10 before that, and another 4 or 5 before that? Well, we got another one now. It's,
brand new.
James Gunn's Superman, starring David Corenswet as Superman, and a bunch of people you've heard of before. But I'll let you guys, Jess and
is his name really
Jason.
Cornsweat?
Good thing he goes by Superman, because that's not a great name.
David Corenswet, Corenswet, Corenswet.
Okay, sure. This is interesting.
Wow.
Well, the new Superman, Jess and Mama Kay, you were the two who saw this one. Mama Kay, why don't you start? What did you think of this newest version of Superman?
Well, now I feel like I have new information. Because I feel bad for
We don't
him.
need to dwell on the corn man, or whatever the hell I said. You can just talk about the film.
Superman is from the middle of the country, like, the flyover section where all the corn is
that's why
made.
they picked him.
All of this makes sense. Superman doesn't generally get sweaty, though. So this Superman, I'm not the biggest Superman person. I'm not a big DC fan. Not that I don't like it. It's just not a thing. But I was kind of excited to see this. I mean, I wanted to see how the mix of doing a James Gunn coming from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and going into Superman. It was, I felt, pretty much exactly what you would think it would be. It was Guardians of the Galaxy in DC world. Even down to, Bradley Cooper is in it, and Sean Gunn has a small part in it too.
Shocker.
So it's kind of, I'm not spoiling anything, I don't think. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you're going to get. I don't think it's as smart. It's definitely not as funny. The relationships fall really flat for me. I was looking forward. I heard this was going to be really romantic, and I was like, okay, I wanted to see some Clark Kent, Lois Lane action, and I thought they had zero chemistry. Superman was eating her face. What did you think, Jess?
I actually didn't think of it from that perspective, but you're right. I don't think they had much chemistry either. Because it kind of was like, yeah, we're loosely dating. It's like we've been dating for 3 months, and she already kind of knows he's Superman and has this double life. Like, I asked Kyle, when did you think this came up in conversation? Date 5? Oh, by the way, I'm Superman.
Or was it before they started dating? Did she find out when she was just Lois Lane, and then she's like, oh wait, he's Superman, I should date him?
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't
I
explain.
actually never thought of that, but I agree. They don't have much chemistry. I mean, they're not supposed to be, married, but...
No.
I don't know.
But
I've
they're
heard
not
they
supposed to be
drop
married...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Was it because they're not supposed to be married? I feel like there should be more sizzle. There should be more romance. There should be more, it should be kind of hot, and it wasn't.
She's not good at relationships.
Clearly.
I mean, that's what she said.
Is that the line in the movie?
I'm just not good at relationships. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also not good at being, sexy. So, there's that.
Yeah. I'm just glad they played her and not, some 20-year-old.
Is she not? I don't know anything about her, so okay. What'd you hear, Brennan?
I heard there's a bunch of like James Gunn things put in, and then that's the fun parts. But then whenever he has to make the Superman parts, it's like he doesn't care, so like it comes off as not caring. But then when there's like I've heard there's like wacky characters in this that have to do stuff, and like that's like the fun part. Is that accurate, or is that you guys are talking about their lack of chemistry of the main characters?
Wait, I don't think I understood what you were saying.
I've heard that there's like a bunch of wacky side characters in this, which are more in line of the Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad kind of characters. The
Justice League friends, or
right,
those friends.
Yeah, I mean those guys are wacky, and I'm glad they addressed the elephant in the room, which was the hair of like the Green Lantern guy. That was bad.
That was the worst bowl cut I've ever seen.
The worst bowl cut ever. And he was about 100 years old. I was so confused about what he was supposed to be. There's not the plot revolves around the bad guy, Lex Luthor, of course. And he does a really good job because I think he's a really good actor. What's his name from About a Boy?
Nicholas Hoult.
Yes.
Juror number 2. Dracula's helper.
Oh, okay.
I'm just listing off roles now. Yeah.
He's a good bad guy, and he's got, the people working for him are just kind of weird characters also, so it's hard to say. The storyline's not great. The dog is all CGI, which is a bummer, because I was looking forward to Super Dog. I don't think there was any
kind of liked Super Dog.
Real dog.
And I don't even like
dogs,
at all. So.
Oh. We're learning a lot tonight. I don't know about that, Jess. We gotta take it to the dark side.
I thought everyone knew that.
I thought Jess has talked about her disdain for dogs before on here, but she's an owner now, so she's got to get used to it.
Yeah.
So overall,
I actually saw Superman twice.
Oh.
What? Why did you see Superman twice?
Well, I've seen a lot of movies like the past 3 weeks since now like my busy schedule is done. We saw it once, I think opening weekend, maybe on a Saturday, and I thought I wasn't going to like it at all. I thought it was going to be like a superhero Avengers thing, and I'm just like, alright, I'm just going to kind of half watch this, and I'm not going to like it. And I actually really, really liked it. Like, I thought it was really fun, exciting, I followed the entire thing, I laughed, I thought, like, the effects were cool, and then I think like a week or two later, I think it was actually 1 week later, Kyle was like, do you want to see it again? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, it's just something to do.
It's something to do.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't opposed to it, but I was like, if you want to see it again, we'll see it again.
How was it the second time?
I kind of half watched the second time because I knew it was going to happen, but again, I recommend it. I actually surprised myself with liking it.
Have you ever seen a Superman movie? Superhero. Obviously, you've seen a superhero movie. Have you seen a Superman movie before?
I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
That's an interesting perspective, because there's been...
I feel like I've seen plenty of Spider-Mans. I've definitely seen The Dark Knight, but I don't think I've seen Superman.
I don't think I've ever liked a Superman movie. So
I don't think I've watched. You guys are kind of
selling me on going.
I haven't seen a full Superman movie since like the 70s, honestly. I've seen bits and pieces of all of the, like whatever he's with, the Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman universe.
Yeah, the Zack Snyder ones.
Yeah, but I've never seen a whole movie. Except for
I hate so many of those ones. That's why I stayed off this one. Yeah,
it's very different than those, if that helps. I mean, it's very different.
It looks really different. I just didn't know. I'm shocked you could care. Like, it seems like something that would be just so hard to care about, like watching Superman and be like, I care about this. What's happening? He's like the most distant superhero to me after like I guess Captain America's kind of like Superman. I don't get the Boy Scout super people. I'm good at everything, guys. They don't. I don't know.
Are you going to see it?
Yeah. I think you should.
It sounds like I might like it. You guys both are giving. It sounds like okay. Are you also recommending it?
Nah, I'm really like flatline on it. I I don't have an either or. It's fine because it was really hot here and the theater was nice and cool. The audience was super weird. I don't know what the deal is with. I don't know. I don't go to DC movies, but there's a lot of weirdness going on in the audience, which is weird for Maine. So people talking and like shouting stuff. Before the movie started, guys in the back were like humming the Superman theme song, and it was just a little weird.
People just had a lot of little rituals they do, I guess. They're all stimming.
It was a lot.
All right, well, we got many other movies to get to, so I'll say that maybe next time I'll chime in. I'll let you guys know if I see this. I was on the fence, but I'm a little more. I was expecting both of you guys to not like it at all. So one recommend and one like middle is better than I was expecting. So Superman, go see it in theaters. Probably now. It's probably still out there as you're hearing this because that's a big one. Another big one that came out a couple weeks before, so this one might be gone now, but I think it should be on Apple TV Plus soon because I think they made it. Joseph Kosinski's back with another film. If that name's not familiar to you, he directed Top Gun Maverick a couple years ago, and now we've got F1 starring Brad Pitt and Kerry Condon and Damson Idris and Javier Bardem. And this is the big action dad movie of the year. The underdog, couple of underdogs. They got the underdog rookie. You got the old guy who was he a has-been or a never was. You got the struggling owner of the team. You got the first woman pit crew something. There's like an old guy who was on Ferrari, but he's like a loser. You got a bunch of underdogs, and they got to make this F1 team come together and not be so embarrassing and bad. So a lot of racing. Jess and Mama K, once again, you guys saw these ones. You guys doing well getting in those theaters. I saw this as well, but Jess, why don't you start on this one? What did you think of F1?
So this was another movie that I thought I wasn't going to like and I was just going to have to sit through. And I was also wrong. I loved F1. I thought it was so good. I know. And I didn't know anything about... Seriously. I didn't know anything about... Yeah. I didn't know anything about racing. I didn't know they changed out the tires. I didn't know, like, really what the cars looked like. I didn't know there was, like, a 23-city marathon. So all this was actually, like, educating me how all this works. But I thought it was definitely corny, like, the dialogue between the characters. Like, it was definitely made as like a summer blockbuster, fun to watch, so I wouldn't really watch it for like character development or plot or anything like that. It was just really fun. I thought the romance between Brad Pitt and like that girl was definitely very predictable and kind of annoying. I think they could have left that part out. But I really enjoyed it.
All right, two positives from Jess so far. And okay, what'd you think of F1?
Well, we all know that I fell asleep at the actual, like, race car.
Oh, the really great parts that...
Yeah. I fell asleep at the actual Daytona 500, sitting in the stands, sleeping. So, I was a little worried about this movie, but it was also really big and fantastic, and I guess I should have been wearing, like, my dad New Balance shoes, because I kind of liked it, too. I did fall asleep in a part. And it was at the very end, they have a big, last race, of course, kind of thing. I don't need to spoil what happens, but I woke up going, wait a minute, that guy's not the guy who was supposed to drive. And then it was like, oh, I guess I missed something. And it was kind of important. But otherwise, I saw the whole rest of it. It was great. I actually liked it a lot.
Interesting. I also like this a lot. This has got 3 pretty big thumbs up across the board, it sounds like. This guy, Joe Kosinski, that's why I mentioned his name, and it's the same thing with, I thought, on Top Gun Maverick. It's like the 90s blockbuster movies if they were made, like, way better. Like, way less corny, and, like, the action sequences were, like, genuinely thrilling and not, like, eye-rolling thrilling. Like, this is who, like, Roland Emmerich and Michael Bay wish they could have ever been. This is so much better than anything those hacks have ever made, and it's the same kind of thing.
Isn't this partly... Didn't Jerry Bruckheimer produce it or something?
Jerry Bruckheimer produced this, yeah. But
okay,
I'm connecting specifically because
that...
Yeah, I'm just connecting because this guy specifically made two movies that I wouldn't care about. Like, I wouldn't have saw this if it weren't for that guy attached to it, because I was like, oh, like, that is superior. Like, he got them in like actual F1 fighters in the last one to like, and it was like very serious and like good looking stunts and like genuinely sweaty palm. I was expecting the same thing going in here. I'm like, all right, this is the fast cars. Like, I'm expecting that. I'm expecting all the connector scenes to be cliche dialogue-y, like they're the pretty people like being assholey to each other, and that's going to be fun, and they're underdogs, so you're kind of like rubbing elbows and pulling for them. All that was like, it's like the old, I kept thinking of the old Michael Bay Roland Emmerich movies and being like, this is like those, but just like written a little bit better and shot better, and like the action scenes are more kinetic and everything ties together at the end in like a real feel-good way and not like a corny feel-good way. Like it's like a genuinely good blockbuster. I don't have a lot to say about like the detaily parts of the thing, but it's just like, this is like a big thing that if it goes like, if it makes a bunch of money, and I feel like it's like everyone cared and put in some big effort here. It doesn't feel phoned in and not cared about. This feels very crafted.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that everybody did like a fantastic job, because it could have been, I mean, this Formula One's different. You're not going on an oval track, but it's still just cars going around, a track. But the story, I bought everything. I forgot Brad Pitt was Brad Pitt, so that's pretty good. A lot of times when you have characters that are played by, people like that, it's hard to not see them in it. Yeah. Really well
I don't know if I forget it's Brad Pitt, but I'm like, he slips into something that's very acceptable for this. It's like a Tom Cruise, or like, it's fine. I'm very acceptable of this guy being this character. It's just familiar territory.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel the same way I did about the Yeah, I think she would like it too. Did you guys feel the same way I did about the love connection?
With Carrie Condon, I thought she held her own as like a character in the scenes, but like, again, those connector scenes where it's like between the races, I like the stuff. I like is the little racing scenes, and I like that other guy, the Joshua Pierce, the rookie guy. I like when it's him and Brad Pitt cutting it up. They're pretty good. Javier Bardem's good. I guess maybe I am in a roundabout saying that is my least favorite part, but I wouldn't pull it out, because I think you need like a woman thread of some sort, because otherwise it becomes like Christopher Nolan-y, and then there's like no like soul. It becomes like just like pure like getting the edge on every little thing kind of thoughts. I don't know. I thought she needed to be there, but I guess now I'm talking to myself. It's kind of my least favorite part. Not that I would cut it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think you're right too. That Jess, are you asking like, did they need to have a romance? Is that what you're?
Yeah, it was just so corny. It was like, you knew they were going to end up together. She was kind of playing hard to get, like, that kind of thing.
No, there were no surprises in that. I guess they didn't lean as hard, like, because they don't feel like a couple per se at the end. They hook up like once,
at the
maybe
end,
twice.
He was like, "Will you wait for me?"
Yeah. You gotta leave that little thread dangling. Yeah.
Yeah.
The final. I really like the final race.
I like that they don't become a couple. I like that because that's cliche. So
you gotta leave the door open. You gotta just a little bit. Just leave it creaked. I love the final race. It was the scene where he has to like actually. I mean, there's a lot of twists and turns. Not like a regular track. These tracks are much more complicated. But I actually liked a lot of the actual like racing scenes, and I thought they were clever and not just the same thing over and over again. They were different.
Is it like
you feel like you're at like Autopia at Disneyland?
It was not like Autopia at Disneyland. No, it was. It had superior. So I mean, that's all I had for F1.
Gran Turismo, is it like that?
It's like if Gran Turismo was directed by the guy who made Top Gun. Like it's kind of got like
you have to have all the little things in it.
all the in-between scenes are very similar, where it's like the young kid and the old curmudgeon-y guy and the owner guy's got to put it all together. Like, it's rearranged in a different order. Instead of a mom, there's the girlfriend in this one for the female element, I guess. But it's the in-between scenes are very similar to Gran Turismo, but the actual racing and the actual they're telling a story here. They're doing like a season and they have like 9 races and they have to like work their way back up the rankings and get points so that they can qualify to because otherwise the team's gonna get sold out if they have another bad season. So the stakes are a little like better built up in this one. Whereas if I remember in Gran Turismo, there's a lot of races and a lot of different things that happen, but like that story's not quite built the same, I guess. There's a lot of weird structure differences in Gran Turismo. This is much more straightforward by the book. Like, we're the underdogs. You've got 9 races to figure it out. And every race, something different goes wrong. And we see Brad Pitt do a little more personality things. And we see the young rookie get a little better. The team clashes. The team makes mistakes. They fix the mistakes later on. Like, it's very formulaic in that way. But it's almost like they gave like 8 characters heroes' journeys. And they tied them all together in a nice, neat little package. And it is a neat package. Yeah. It's sensical. You can follow it, and it's satisfying. It's good. This is a perfect crowd pleaser. I would say a nice 4.5 big movie.
I agree. I'm happy that I liked it. It kind of
wanted
me to actually. I know it actually wanted me to see an F1 race. I don't think I actually will, but I will be against it.
I could maybe get into F1. It seems like there's a lot of storylines. It seems like this where like you have to like be invested in things. So. And maybe one day, but we're going to stick.
There's a lot of drama in F1, so you know there's that.
That's what I've heard, is that it's like dramatic. Like it's not like other sports per se. I mean, other sports have drama too, but it's more there are storylines that you're following. So I would like that. We're going to stay in the theaters with myself and Nicole, who ventured to the theater the other day, and we saw the latest Pixar release. It's one of the only things that you'll crawl back in for. We saw Elio, which had not the best marketing for me.
Yeah,
I saw very little.
I heard that wasn't good.
Yeah, I heard like almost nothing. We did it just because it's Pixar, and like if it weren't for that, if it were any other studio, I probably would have come and gone. But I'll give a quick Elio synopsis, since you might not even know what it is about. I think Nicole actually was incorrect what it was about going in. We can do that in a second.
I want to know what Nicole thought it was after you tell us what it is.
So Elio is this kid. He at the beginning of the movie, you find out his parents have passed away, and he's living with his aunt, who's like ROTC, not ROTC. She's military of some sort. She works on like a base.
She's in the Air Force.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. She works in the Air Force. That actually kind of plays into the plot because Elio is obsessed with aliens and space, and he's trying to always contact aliens and other worlds. And one day he is able to, and they abduct him, and he claims himself as the Earth's leader. And the alien council is all very friendly and cool, and they're very welcoming to him. He doesn't fit in well with the people in the Earth world, but all these aliens like him. But then there's this big bad alien guy who's not accepted to the Federation Council, whatever, because he's big and scary and mean, and he likes to annihilate people. It's just like what he does for fun. He's like a big Bowser-looking guy. So because they don't let him in, he's going to destroy them. So it's up to Elio to negotiate a deal so that he can get a spot into this Galactic Federation. He's got to negotiate with this terrorist guy. He's got like a little son that we meet. Yeah, he has like a little alien son that we meet later on that becomes Elio's pal. And so yeah, that's what happens in Elio. Nicole, what did you think of this? And what did you think it was going to be?
Well, I picked this because of the time. It was at noon, and I wanted to go to an early show, so that's why I picked this one. It really didn't have anything to do with it being Pixar. But I haven't seen a couple of the last Pixars, I don't think. I really just... the past couple have really not spoken to me as much, so I have been a little more relaxed on pursuing watching those. But I thought that this one, because I swear there's another one coming out, or it did already, with another little boy's name that's like Portuguese or something. So I thought this was another like little Italian boy, because Elio is.
I thought this was like Luca.
Yeah, I thought it was like
yeah.
Luca. I thought it was going to be another like seaside child, Greek or something. I don't know. And he was not a
Spanish.
seaside child. He lived
No.
on base on the Air Force base with his aunt, and it's very confusing in the beginning, this movie, because you learn very, very quickly that his parents passed away somehow, and he's probably about 10 to 12 years old and lives with his young aunt. So she's got to take care of him while working in the Air Force, and she specifically works in the space department watching space debris, making sure nothing gets past there and hits their satellites and hits Earth and whatever. So that's where his fascination of space comes from. But it's really confusing because living on the base, there's like a museum or something that is under construction. I don't know if it's a part of the base or going to be it looked like a Smithsonian museum, or I don't know what's really going on, but that's where he stumbles into a piece of a satellite that he's really interested about. And that's what kind of blows up the whole beginning of the movie. So really oddly put together. This little boy is just like an odd man out. Everyone makes fun of him. Everyone jokes with him, and he's just so unhappy, which leads him into wanting to find another planet that would be more embracing of him. So interesting plot there. I just think that the beginning is a little rough. I will say by the end of this movie, I came around to it a lot more. I was enjoying it at the end. There's a lot of interesting, like, fight scenes, I guess you could say, where all of the different what are they called? Aliens, life forms are like doing their own little things. So I liked all of that. Really beautiful. The movie is so beautiful. Just we all know that's where Pixar shines. Really, is just how they create worlds and make things look so amazing. But they make things look sparkly. They make things look hairy. You know, it's like so cool how they can do that. But I did really come around to it at the end. My favorite character is the little friend that he meets, the evil guy's little son. It's like an engorged worm.
His name's Glorden.
His name's Glorden. He is a very blobby worm with no eyeballs.
If you Google Elio, he's on the cover of a lot of the stuff. It's Elio, the kid, like the colander helmet, and then his buddy Glorden is like this big eyeless worm.
And he's so adorable. And besides his disgusting mouth, he's got like 8 rows of teeth, but he is so cute and cuddly, and he's just, it's really heart like warming at the end. So I would say stick it out. If you're going to watch it, you might have to get through some of a little bit of more of a boring beginning, but I do think it's worth the watch. A lot of the background stuff doesn't really matter. I mean, well, I guess it does, but it doesn't matter to me. I liked this. I just liked following the story. I didn't really like thinking about it. So yeah, it was pretty good. That was probably one of the best movies I could have chosen for being in a theater, because it was set up pretty well. It was a Sunday at noon. There was like 4 other people in there. Everyone was quiet, and I got to watch it.
Polite audience.
Yep, I got to watch it in
Wow.
peace, and it wasn't too loud and annoying. There wasn't stupid things going on, so that enhanced the experience for me.
Okay.
There weren't stupid things going on.
Pixar,
Other
take
people.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elio was good. I had no expectations going in because it looked not interesting at all to me. But I was like, neither did Elemental, and I love Elemental. This is not nearly as good as that, but it's better than Lightyear. It's one of the directors is Domi Shi, who was the director of Turning Red, which neither of you liked. I kind of am with Nicole. I think the second half is better. But and around the halfway mark is when Glorden comes in, so that's like that. I guess that makes sense. That's like the part it starts to kind of get. But their buddy stuff is some of the best stuff. I also like the guy.
There's a Glorden popcorn bucket.
Oh
no!
With the mouth, eat out of his mouth.
Yeah, I need that.
Did you buy it? I was gonna say, I thought Nicole would have bought it.
It's cute.
If she had seen it, maybe.
Can you get it at the theater, or do you have to go to Disney?
It
World?
is at Disney. It holds 100 ounces of popcorn.
100 ounces? That seems like a lot. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not, though. I have no idea.
Like it is.
I think that's a lot of popcorn. That's light.
Is the dog outside, Nicole?
Oh, I don't know.
16 ounces is a pound. That's
1 second. I'm going to get the dog.
Popcorn.
There's no possible way that this thing holds 5 pounds of popcorn. Wait a minute.
Maybe maybe unpopped.
Yeah, it's just 5 pounds of kernels.
5 pounds of popcorn kernels.
Did you look them up yet?
Is that what? No, I'll look them up.
Oh.
If I start messing with technology, it's all over.
But yeah, not to cut Brennan off. I know he's going out, but this movie has a couple different things like cloning is a big deal in this, and that helps them.
Oh, the clone is funny too. I like the kids' clone.
Yeah, typically that's not really something I like to follow. I always find that stuff kind of confusing, but this was cute, and it really worked well.
The cloning kid has some of the best bits. I think there's a scene later on where they use his melting ability to funny effect. There's a scene Elio's got an eye patch on the whole time, so the clone has an eye patch, but under the eye patch there's no eye. It's just like a blank socket. So there's some good comedic moments you can use with that later on. Elio overall is a solid 3.5 Pixar. I think 3.5 for me.
It just has.
I wonder why.
I was gonna say it just has.
Disney hasn't been pushing this.
I know. I didn't know anything about this. I really thought it was about like a Mediterranean child because I just didn't know what was going on.
Just from what I know too.
Yeah. But Pixar really knows how to do little side characters well. Like there's this little blob in this one that floats around and gives every life form there a communication box, so it just bloops you with this communicator, and then you can understand every language that is going on.
That's
so
a good device.
Yeah. So they did find the answers to the questions you'd probably ask in this type of situation.
Elio is two recommends from us. Then it sounds like. So we're batting 1,000 so far. Can we keep it up, Jess? Nice. You're the only one who saw this one. Jurassic World. They're still making these, I heard, and they're one's
seeing it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So you'll get your opinions on this one next time around.
Okay,
so Jurassic World
I won't
Afterbirth.
Spoil it. Then I'll just say what I liked about it. So Jurassic World is another movie where I thought I wouldn't like it, and then I ended up liking it. So I was
my god!
About that.
What?
I know.
Undefeated.
I never would have
happening.
Jurassic World 7?
I know. I thought it was going to be like a Godzilla kind of thing where I just don't care, really don't care. But I was in it and I liked it. And I realized that one of the girls, there was this other family that gets introduced to the main characters and they kind of work together. She was in a TV show that I really liked called Manifest. So that also helped too. But I there's that family that kind of gets integrated with the main characters and they all kind of work together at the end. That family's awesome. I like Scarlett Johansson a lot. The dinosaurs were really freaking cool. The way that they moved and the CGI, whatever, they looked really cool to see. So I don't want to get too much away, but I like Jurassic World and I never would have thought that I would.
Oh, have you seen any of the other ones?
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god! Never seen a Superman. Never seen a Jurassic World. And
I know. I feel like the beginning of the year, I saw so many movies I didn't like, and then I took that break when I was just busy with life, and then now I'm back in the theaters. I'm like, this is great. I'm seeing movies that I'm enjoying.
The summer movies are hitting for you. That's not even. We haven't even gotten any horror yet. This is all just action movies. Well, okay. You can. It sounds like you've been primed, and you can finish this one off when we reconvene next time. But it's not Jurassic World Rebirth. I recommend from Jess.
Wait, Brennan, are you going to see it? I think you should see it.
Should I? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen. Which ones have I seen? I've seen, I think, 1.
No. How would you know?
2, and then I saw 5 and 6. I haven't seen the first Chris Pratt one, and I haven't seen 3. And I don't know. I'm kind of a completionist. I kind of like seeing all of them if I'm gonna see them. I don't like jumping in. I'm not like Jess. I can't just start at 7 and be like, "Wow, that was pretty good." I need to
I
know.
This one was the original redone, or was it not?
I don't know if this. I don't think this is. I think that they're just starting with new characters. I mean, maybe it's a remake of the first one, but I thought it was just called Rebirth because they're just.
First one.
It might be a remake. I didn't think it was. I thought it was just a new story in the same world, but new characters. That's why it's like a rebirth for the franchise. But yeah,
I've seen the first one, so once I see this one, I can let you know.
Okay, yeah, you can. We'll part 2 Jurassic World Rebirth next time.
Okay.
But speaking of movies that Jess has seen, where they have a pre-established franchise that maybe you haven't seen. You saw another one that's a live-action remake, How to Train Your Dragon, Jess? Which there was a trilogy of animated movies from the 2010s, so not even long ago at all, very recently. But they've decided to make new ones. So, Jess, How to Train Your Dragon, what did you think of this new one?
So I saw the original in high school in theaters.
So you've actually seen the original How to Train Your Dragon. You're familiar with this franchise.
I love this.
Yeah, I saw it in 2010. I think I saw it in the IMAX theater, in what's it called? White Marsh, near Baltimore area. And I remember I liked it, but I didn't remember anything about the movie because it was so long ago. I didn't realize there were so many remakes. I feel like I knew there was 1 or 2, but I think there's more than that. How many other movies did they make?
They've made the original one was a trilogy, so they made 2 more after that, and they're pretty big time jumps. It's the first one he's a teenager, then the next one he's young adult, and then he's a man, he's a full grown man in the third one, and then they also have I think a TV series.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, it's still the same guy, but they really they you know how sequels are usually and it's the next year and it picks up right after. These ones have multiple years in between, and I've seen all 3 of the original animated ones. I haven't seen this new remake one, but all 3 are great. They're all really good. No dip in quality. I could say they even get better. I think 2's my favorite, but I like all of them. They're all really good movies.
I was debating rewatching the animated one, but then when I heard it's basically exactly the same, I was like, yeah, I kind of don't want to watch the same.
That's what I heard. That's why I didn't see the new one, because I was I heard it's a shot-for-shot remake. It's the same exact thing, but just live action. And I'm like, well, that sounds... I mean, the first one's good, so, it should be good, but, I don't know if I care to see it like that again. I don't know.
I think the flying, just the visuals of flying with the dragon, it's kind of like Avatar-ish, where you just kind of feel like you're there and you're swooping around the dragon. That was cool. I really like the animation or how the CGI of the main, I forgot the dragon's name, the main dragon that he has. So again, I don't remember anything of the plot since I've seen it so long ago. I thought it was cute. I thought it was good. I don't think I liked it as much as I liked the other movies we talked about, but I definitely would recommend, and I thought it was a good watch.
All right, How to Train Your Dragon. So even though not as high as some of the other ones, but I'd say we're still batting perfect right now on as someone. So if it's still in the theaters near me, Jess, is it worth seeing if it's just this? I remember the first one pretty well. Is it worth it just to see him flying around with real people instead of cartoons, or?
Maybe not, but if you have a free afternoon, why not?
Yeah, because I got other stuff to say. I still haven't seen 28 Years Later, and I really wanted to see that. Spoiler, we're not going to get to that one today, but maybe next time. All right, well, we still have some new movies. We have some that we've talked about before that we're going to kind of revisit with new people. How about a streaming? We've only been in theaters so far, but Nicole and I saw a stream movie today that I think Nicole walked in on the majority of, so she mostly saw it. And it's a movie that came out earlier this year in theaters called Drop. You guys heard of Drop?
I literally didn't see 3 minutes of it.
You absolutely saw it. You were sitting here the whole time.
I said, I only missed
reaction to the whole movie.
I missed like the first 3 minutes. I saw the whole thing.
Oh, that you were saying. I thought you were saying it backwards. Where
I'm sorry. I saw it.
Yeah, that's what everyone thought. Because usually when you cut me off, you're like, "Let me fix what you said." I saw nothing, so don't hold me to any of my opinions.
No, I saw this. If I mess up the very beginning, I apologize. But Brennan told me that I actually did see it, so.
You did watch this movie.
Oh, okay.
We watched it. Movie called Drop. It is from director Christopher Landon. So if you know that name, he made the Happy Death Day movies. He made a movie called Freaky, which is similar vibes. And this is similar vibes, but instead of a college or high school age protagonist, we have an older woman, in her 30s, maybe. I don't know. She is going on a date with a guy, like a first date on dating app thing. And they're in like a really nice restaurant that's on the top of a big tall building, and she gets.
Oh, is the airdrop movie?
It's the airdrop movie. She gets they don't call it an airdrop.
Don't tell me. I really want to see it. Where is it streaming? This is one that I missed.
We won't spoil then. We'll just tell you what we thought generally. But this is on Peacock. This is on Peacock.
Oh, I didn't know it was streaming. Okay, I'm gonna watch this weekend. I really wanted to see it.
It's got 84% on Rotten Tomatoes, higher than I would have expected. I'll just say I thought this was fun and clever. It's not. I don't like it as much as the Happy Death Day or Freaky. I think just because I like that those are like a little sillier. This one's much more straight. Jess, I think you'll really like this because it's like a straightforward thriller and it's not as jokey as some of the other ones.
I think I'll like it too. I remember
I
saw the trailer like 10 times and it was like one of those movies where you watch it in like the trailer's in January, it doesn't come out until like April or May, and it just keeps playing, and I really want to see this, but it's so far out. And then I just missed it, so I'm excited to see it.
This is watching this. I thought I had two thoughts. I was like, this is a good plane movie, and I was like, this is a good Jess movie. I thought, and then like I could see Jess watching this on a plane. But
definitely.
Nicole, what did you think of Drop?
It's one of the better of these types of movies, with the text messaging constantly and the having to hide the thing going on from everyone around you. You can't say a word, sometimes those are just so predictable. This one had a little more of a mystery to it, so I liked it. It kept me invested in it. I liked the twist, and then the ending is not as bad as some other ones. Really, that's all I can say without giving anything away. So it was pretty good. It was decent. Yep.
Yeah, this is a straight 3-star for me. Like,
but Jess is gonna love it. Jess is
gonna like this one. Yeah,
yes.
This is a Jess movie, but. Yeah, the main guy has that thing that all of these movies and shows that have the similar tone do, where he's sexy because he's so breathy. He's got to talk.
He looks like who did I ask
so
you if
much
it was?
like this.
Glenn Powell. I thought it was Glenn Powell.
Yeah, you said it was Glenn. Glenn Powell. Now this guy's got a little more wooden than Glenn Powell, much more Hallmark movie guy. But yeah, he's got that breathy way of talking. That's how you know he's a sexy guy. He's talking like this. So you get a lot of that in here. Drop on Peacock if you want to stream that one. Sticking with new stuff, let's do a revisit of something I already saw and talked about last time, but two more co-hosts saw recently. Jess, Mama K, tell us what you guys thought of Materialists with Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal.
So I think, not going to see this because I thought it was an artsy movie, But then you were like, Jess, you would really like this. You should see it. And I was like, okay. So I saw it, and you're right. I did love it. I thought it was so good, so clever. And I typically don't like rom-coms, and it ended up being a rom-com, and I wasn't mad about it. I think from the beginning, Kyle predicted that she was going to actually end up with the rich guy, because he thought it was going to be a twist from what you think was going to happen. And then it was just like your classic rom-com. She ends up with like her old school lover. Which, I don't know. I still kind of
I'm with you.
They weren't meant to be. There's so many things I think he needs to do before he's ready for any woman in his life, not just his like past lover. I don't know if that's the greatest message. I don't know if she necessarily should have been thought. With. I think honestly she should have walked out being single and like more accepting of it. Just because
I had the same note, exact same note. I'm like, she should have just ended up being single. I thought that was the message of the story in this one. But she goes back.
Know.
Yeah.
There's only a few options you could do, and she picked the least sensical one to me, like as far as like what the movie was I thought saying.
I know. And I get it, like he's your first love. They broke up not because they didn't like each other, but just because of the circumstances. And, like, he didn't grow up. Like, he's still the same person. So, and then he also said some things that were just kind of rude to her. Like, I think he was mocking her job, and he, like, didn't take her seriously for something. So, I don't think that they were the right fit in total. So, I don't think I was mad about how it ended. I mean, I still really liked the movie, but it's just not what I would have chosen.
I had such similar notes. I really liked this until the third act, and it wasn't because it was poorly done. It's just it didn't check out how I thought it made sense to. I didn't exactly know what I was expecting, but I didn't love the way they wrapped up Pedro Pascal's, although they do Chekhov's leg shortening surgery, or leg lengthening surgery, so I do like that. But it's yeah, I was underwhelmed with the ending, but otherwise
I do think her finding the engagement ring was kind of dumb, because like they were still in the early stages of dating. Like they weren't like even dating for a year. So I don't think they should have added that.
Yeah. Okay.
I can agree with everything that you guys are saying about this movie. I really wanted her to end up being single, not because not in a punishing way or anything,
not in a mean
way.
Yeah.
Going back, it would have been different if we would have seen some growth from the Chris Evans character. I don't really think we saw very much of that. And the fact that he's as old as he is and he is still that person, I don't see that there's going to be a lot of change for that character. But I also didn't see her ending up with Pedro Pascal, because it didn't hit for me. As I wanted it to, but it didn't hit for me. And then the whole leg lengthening thing was like out of left field
so weird.
I liked
such a weird plot.
I liked that it happened.
Yeah, it's like it was put in there just for that one scene, so they could do just that one weird reveal and have that one scene later on in the kitchen be weird.
Right.
Like I didn't get it when at first I'm like, this movie's so like kind of on the nose with things, except for this leg lengthening. What is this leg lengthening surgery they all keep talking about? And then it does, and then like, oh, it's Chekhov's leg lengthening surgery. It actually has a purpose, but it's one of the weirdest plot points I've ever seen in a movie like this.
Well, I just think it's one more thing though. I mean, if you're thinking about the storyline and you're the director or the writer or whatever, and people do so many things to their bodies now that it's almost acceptable to have, nose surgery and have Brazilian butt lift and all these things. Leg lengthening you don't hear quite as much about.
No, it's like just beyond the plausibility. Like it's just like this, I can see that being a thing, like just beyond.
Right. And the fact that they're like, no, it has to, I had to have this because otherwise you're a short person. Then you're just like, oh my god, that's like that's a real thing. And I like that this is a romedy as opposed to like a rom.
Have I heard that?
Oh yeah,
I don't think so.
Like a rom. It's.
I mean, I know what it is, but I've just never heard anyone say that. I'm sure it's a thing.
Like, or maybe it's
I think because you're
drama,
saying because
romance
this
drama.
Yeah, because this one, while it's funny at parts, and I would say really only the first half is like got jokes per se. It's way more on the romance and the drama, and especially if you saw any trailer, it's I don't know if it's. I guess it's purposely misleading. Like it doesn't. It looks. They make it look like early 2000s Matthew McConaughey one. Like it looks cheesy on
or
purpose.
When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah. It looks like a throwbacky kind of thing. But then you watch it, and it's a modern, fairly sophisticated drama, like with some jokes. But
it's got serious actual things in it, and and I don't. There's the whole everybody living in New York and being able to afford a place. I kind of like the fact that, the Chris Evans character lives with like other people in an apartment that's a piece of shit. And that's more realistic of what probably her character, because she's only making $80,000 a year or something like that.
I did not find that believable because she looks.
I didn't either. I was like,
she looks so put together.
They celebrate in that office. Yeah. They're celebrating so hard and the office is so nice and you make $80,000. That's a shame.
But even the clothes that she wore, like the way she put herself together, I'm like, that's not $80,000. $80,000 is like thrift store in it, like
in New York.
Yeah, that's a $750 haircut that she has.
Yeah.
It's like,
what did you before we go off this one, what did you guys think of the short scene she had with the men and women that she helped, like the vapid men and women who are like just terrible. I love
those bits were so funny.
I
feel like it was so spot on with people.
My favorites were the guy.
I remember Brennan when you described it, like it is exactly what it's like in the movie, and that made me want to see it because you were so spot on.
Dude, my favorite man is the one who's like, I need someone more mature. The 23-year-old, I'm thinking like 27, 28, like, and then the Black Republican closeted lesbian woman.
Oh my god, that one's
she's
so
funny. That bit is so good. Oh man,
yeah, that's the comedy part of this movie. Otherwise, it's not really written in a comedy.
Yeah, no. Other than those couple, first third's got some more jokes, but they hit when they hit.
Yeah, it was good.
Good. I'm glad you guys liked Materialists, and Jess is batting. We're all batting 1,000 still, I think, and I'm gonna bet it ends here with Jess's. I guess it's a horror movie, although I heard it's more of an action movie. Yeah, Megan 2.0. Megan 2. I saw Megan 1 a couple years ago, and I thought it was pretty good, but for some reason it became a big hit, and so they had to make a second Megan, and those trailers I was really subjected to, and they were tough watching. But Jess, you went out there. You saw Megan 2. So what'd you think of it?
So I felt the same way as you. I didn't see Megan 1. I watched the trailers to Megan 2, and I thought to myself, this looks absolutely terrible. I watched the synopsis. I think the YouTube briefing of the first movie, and I'm like, this also looks terrible. But I'm like, you know what? I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it'll be okay. Go to the theaters. It was actually terrible. Like a movie that I wanted to walk out on.
This is what I was expecting from the Megan. Yeah, I knew we had to hit it.
So bad. And I know, like, why would you even make this movie? We just had a good AI movie earlier this year, like Champions, something like that.
Companion was very good.
I always want to say Champions. I don't know why. Companions. Like, they had a good AI robot movie. Solid. This one, absolutely terrible. And they make Megan look so weird. I don't even remember what the plot was. Like, there was a Megan, and then there was...
There was a Megan.
Another AI... There was a Megan and
Megan,
and then another one, and you didn't know which one was evil and which one was good. I don't even remember how it ended up, but this movie was god awful. So stay far away from Megan.
There was a good Megan?
I think I don't know. Not good, but I think one wanted to like take over the world or do something terrible, so it was worse than the other.
They did
was the
the
worst one.
they did the
Maybe not a good
Terminator
one.
thing where in the first Terminator's the bad guy going after Sarah Connor and the guy of the future. So then they do Terminator 2 and they bring in the new Terminators, the even worse one. So you need the first Terminator to come back and be the good guy because Terminator's popular, so you got to make him good guy. That's what they did with Megan, where in the first one, Megan's like a little doll who becomes friends with a little girl, and like she becomes friends with the girl, and then the doll is evil and it kills people and stuff. Straightforward enough, makes sense, but the doll became super popular, and there's some like funny dance scene kill kind of things in that first movie that I think probably like went viral enough that more people saw it than they were expecting. So when I saw trailers for Megan 2, I didn't know how you could even make a Megan 2. I'm like, that first one was pretty definitively ended, and they're doing it with like Backstreet Boys music, like Megan's back, and she's like doing like Deadpool quips in the trailer, and I'm like, that's not what Megan was. Megan was just like she was like an Annabelle. She was like a jump scare horror doll she's like Chucky, and now she's like a superhero, like fighting for good guy. So like, yeah, she's like a good guy now because she's defending the little girl still. And so I didn't see this, but Jess, it sounds like I don't have to. It sounds like it's exactly what I thought it was going to be, which is for some reason they had to make this.
Skip it.
And it's also exactly what I thought it was going to be. I was right. I wanted to be proven wrong, but I had to. The streak couldn't be perfect, so I had to see a bad movie.
Yeah, and it was the horror wannabe movie that it ended up being.
I know.
Damn it, Megan.
Yeah.
We got 2 more movies before we switch to TV. Fountain of Youth, Mama K. I just talked about this the other week, the last episode. I think she said you should watch this. So I think you did. What did you think of Fountain of Youth? Guy Ritchie's Fountain of Youth with, looks like a murder mystery, something or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, with John Krasinski and what's her name?
Natalie Portman.
So you saw it, Brennan?
I don't think Brennan would like it at all.
Portland. No, I did not watch this.
Natalie Portman.
I don't think you'd like it.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No, it did not look like I would like this.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you wouldn't like it.
No. I half watched this. I mean, it was on, and this is something that I would normally watch, but I can't watch Natalie Portman. She just... you have a person, there's no real she says words, and the way she says certain words, I can't stop. And like, she said something, and I said, I said to your dad, I'm like, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. That word she just said, where is she from? She's like from New York. What is she saying it like that for? She sounds like she's from Turkey or something. It's like, why does she talk like that?
She's Israeli.
I can't take it. But she was brought up in New York. I mean, she doesn't have like a Gal Gadot.
No.
It's not that.
No, she's not like that.
And it's not that, but it's just so weird. And when she does it, it's almost like there's a screech on the screen that just goes, stop watching this.
I love that.
Because I could watch John Krasinski do most anything. So, yeah. And the plot and naming things after like Harrison Ford and I don't know. Just, this was really sloppy and
so slapsticky too.
Boring.
Yeah,
but not in a good way.
Yeah. I think the first half of the movie, I actually enjoyed it. And then it was kind of one of those movies where, like, we would put it on and we'd fall asleep really quickly, put it on and fall asleep really quickly. It probably took, like, 3 or 4 tries to finish the whole thing. If I were to watch it in one stretch, I think I would have liked it more, but the fact that it was broken up so much, it was just like, alright, let's just get this over with. But I did enjoy the first half, so I don't think it was completely bad. I'd probably just give it a light recommend, but know that it's corny and know that it's just out there. But I think I really liked, John, what's his last name?
Krasinski.
Whatever his last name is. Yeah, I really liked him, and I think I probably pulled it in for me. Natalie Portman, just, but I like John.
Yeah, and he had all the good stuff in this, that's the thing, is like his character had all the good lines, and he was interesting, she was less interesting, and there's, then there's the plot of pulling her kid into it, where it's like...
Oh, that kid was like the most boring child I've ever seen.
Oh, but he saved the whole movie, he saved everybody.
Yeah, he did, because he's like a music genius or something.
musical savant. Yeah. So, um, yeah, it made it set up like they're going to do more of these. And I'm like, please, for the love of God and all that's holy, don't do this.
No Fountain of Youth for me.
So
That sounds good to me.
No, you don't need to watch that.
All right, I will close this off with one more movie that I saw streaming. I don't think anyone else saw this. Don't think anyone else would, except for maybe Jess, because it's a horror movie. It is called Opus, A24 film Opus, starring Io Debris. You guys know her, right? From The Bear and Bottoms and other things, I'm sure. But she's a very good actress. Also, John Malkovich. This is a Blink Twice, Get Out, all those. It's a movie where people go to a place and there's a cult with a cult guy in charge and they do cult things and you got to figure out what's going on and they're doing bad stuff and then there's like reveals. And it's like a not good one of those. Io Debris and like 4 other people are all different press people. She's like a journalist. There's like a tabloid person. There's like an agent. So all these mostly not likable characters, except she's like your good person of those ones. And John Malkovich, John Malkovich is like a washed up 90s. He's like a Bono, Chris Martin kind of guy. And he went off the grid for like 30 years, and now he's back with his big new album. And so these journalists are going out they got invited to go, oh, what's going on? Like, do your first interview. You've never had an interview in 30 years or whatever. And so they go to his compound, and his compound is like, a couple hundred devotees. And so you find out immediately, like very quickly, that he's got this cult that's been going on. And it's so surface level. I don't know, like, other than what, like, there's like shots at the press, like they do like little skits and little weird things. Malkovich sings a whole song like all the way through, so they do some song stuff, and honestly, that's some of my favorite parts because it's so absurd watching him prance around and be silly looking. But it's so it's just like not deep at all. Like, it's not interesting. Like all those other movies that you think of when they have, they get invited to a crazy place, but what's really going on? There's some sort of weird science cult evil thing going on in the background. This is just like, I don't know what the point of any of it is. Like, and there's a final twist reveal that kind of helps backtrack a little bit of it, makes it a little bit worth it, but it doesn't quite do enough to like justify the ride, because it's a really, like, you're going along the whole time, you're like, I don't know quite what I'm supposed to be tense. I know there's problems, I know there's bad stuff going on, but like I don't have that tension going through, and I don't care enough about people beyond the main girl they try to make it an ensemble. Juliette Lewis is one of them. The guy from White Lotus season 1, who's the concierge guy, he's one of them. Amber Midthunder from Prey. What was that?
I said I love Armand.
Yeah, Armand is one of the not good guys in this one. Amber Midthunder from Prey and a bunch of other stuff. She's in this. So a lot of like small time people you'd recognize, but I won't spoil it just in case you might get something out of this. It's on HBO Max. It's an hour and a half, so it's not like taxing. But I don't really recommend Opus as a whole. It's a lesser version of the things I already said. So that's.
John Malkovich as a rock star is enough for me to be like, pass.
I kind of figured that for you. This was already a horror movie, and I had to sell John Malkovich as rock star. You were not gonna. Only the IO connection could possibly bring you on, but I didn't think it would be. She's not really even that good in it, honestly. Like, this is one of the worst things I've seen her in. It's just kind of, I don't know if it's the right director or what, but yeah, it's just kind of a mess. Not a well put together movie. But speaking of Io Debris, we'll switch to TV now. Mama K, I think you're the only one who still watches The Bear, but it's on season 4 now. So you saw The Bear, correct?
Like the only one in the world.
Well,
like, I'm it.
I meant us, but I think Freudianly, yeah. I think most people kind of fell off on the 2-3 turn.
Yeah. You might be right. I think we're at the point. I mean, whatever the last season was pretty rough. This season now, so they need to redeem themselves, right? Because it was such a rough season. And then episode 1 comes, and I'm like, oh my God, how long is this episode? It's about 1,000,000 years long, and it has like a Groundhog Day quality about it, so it makes it feel even longer. And the whole season starts with a clock ticking backwards to the time that they have until they're gonna have to go out of business because they're not making enough money because they can't blackline it. Everything's still in the red. So that's what we spend the season down ticking to. It's better than last season. I watch it because it feels like old friends, but it's not. It's had its best times.
It's fallen off. And the 2 was the high still?
It has. Probably. And they've brought some new characters on that I don't know how they got. Like, I watched the whole thing. It's not like I haven't watched every episode. But there are these new characters that are suddenly there. And I'm like, I don't know when you got there. Like, when did you... Who are you? And they're there through the whole season. And there are these 3 people that are like... overwatching the bear to I don't really know what they're supposed to be making sure that, you know, they're doing things effectively and efficiently and that they're going to make a successful thing, but they're just these 3 people dressed in black that I don't really know what they're doing. So it's a little weird. There's one episode that's a pretty good episode. Maybe the 3rd or 4th episode about, I think it's called Scallop, and it's about a scallop dish. But it's a good episode by itself, and then it just kind of goes back to where we were before. So, some good Jamie Lee Curtis in it later on.
I don't think I'm gonna go back. It sounds like I left at the right time.
You probably did, and I will watch another season if they put it out. I mean, I'm invested in, yeah.
It's like a Kenneth Branagh, what are they called? The murder mystery, the Agatha Christie's he makes. They're always bad, but you gotta watch the next one. Because maybe that one will be the good one.
Stop. I did just get Acorn TV, so.
Acorn TV? Like, that's the app that saves you money, right? Isn't it? It's like...
Oh, not Acorn TV, sorry, BritBox.
BritBox.
Which your brother thinks I got Breadbox. He keeps calling it
BreadBox
TV?
TV?
It's not BreadBox. Yeah. Bread, like you put the bread in a bread box.
No, like it's British Brit people box. in a box.
Right. It's just basically every Agatha Christie you could ever ask for, plus other murder mysteries that are worse than that I will watch.
Why don't you just keep going with the murder mysteries? Okay, because you have the most TV, and a lot of them I'm seeing are murder mysteries. So take your pick. Which one do you want to talk about next?
Let me do Department Q real quick, because it's not a murder mystery, it's a cop show, and everybody that gets killed in this thing gets shot in the face. So if you don't like that, don't watch it. A lot of shooting in the face for some reason. But it's a crime drama. The character, the main character has just been involved in a shooting where one of his police officers was murdered, and then the other one was his buddy cop was paralyzed, and so he's kind of gone off the deep end. So they put him in this Department Q, which is actually the basement toilet area. It's not as funny as it sounds because it's just a basement toilet area. And he now starts a cold case Department Q, where he's looking at cold cases. So we follow his first cold case it's a 2-year-old cold case, and they actually wind up, no one's going to watch this, so I'll tell you, they wind up finding the woman alive after 2 years. So it's good and drama and very tense, but Jess would like it.
I see it's a Netflix
Jess
show.
would like Department Q. It's Netflix, yeah. But people do get shot in the face. And then the other one is The Residents. No one else has watched this?
Also on Netflix, The Residents.
Oh, no, this isn't the doctor show on HBO.
This looks like a murder mystery.
That's The Resident.
Yeah, it's Jessica Fletcher, but she's black now, and she's at the White House. So it's actually
this
really
is a pre-existing
funny.
character that they changed the ethnicity for and put in the White House?
No, I'm just trying to give you an idea.
It was a joke, but I don't get it because I don't know the things you're talking about. Gotcha. Okay.
Because you don't know these people.
Gotcha.
But it has, the woman is Uzo Abuya, who was in Orange is the New Black. I missed her. She's really good in this. And she's a bird watcher, and it's very strange because there's bird watching in another show that Nicole and I watch. So, and it has Giancarlo Esposito and then Randall Park and then a bunch of people that you aren't going to know. So, it's very long. That's the only thing is I think it's 8 or 9 episodes long, and it could be half that long because you're just trying to figure out who murdered Giancarlo Esposito. And, tons of red herrings. It's fun. I recommend it.
Murder mysteries abound.
What is that on?
The Residents on Netflix.
Residents.
I don't have
Not presently.
that.
Oh.
You guys can talk about your other show that
Watch
you
it at
bond
your
over,
house.
though. A certain reality show that's currently streaming that sounds like Mama Kay has started watching. Nicole, why don't you take it away on Destination X?
Yeah.
What's been happening?
Yeah. Have you seen the news on Instagram
The
Me?
news?
No.
of who is dating?
No. Who's dating?
Oh, gosh. Well, in real life,
IRL.
Mac and Allie are a couple.
Mac and who's Allie?
Allie's the
No.
Is this Love Island?
woman that we just talked about.
No. I don't like her.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So she was dating a man on the show. Well, she
Right.
fell in love with a man on the show, and
Sure
now
she
in real life
did.
she is dating one of the females from the show. So
Oh, that's a step
Very
down
interesting.
for Mac. I don't like that for her.
yeah, I agree. But maybe that girl's better in real life. I don't know, but yeah, the show, I like it. I like seeing the different places, and like I mentioned last time, I love the hints and I love the trying to guess where they are. But when you really think about the show, it's kind of silly. Like these people can only be on this bus for so long. You can only get to so many places in 2 days or 3 days. I mean, you have to realize that if you're only driving for 8 hours a day for 3 days, you couldn't have gone 4
That
countries
far.
over. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean,
just in a giant
to be
tour
fair,
bus.
those countries are pretty small over there compared to like the U.S. So
That's fine. Yeah, I agree. But like, they're in a giant tour bus and they stop and do different activities, and it can only point in so many different directions. And like, some of the clues are really obvious.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't realize you're in Germany when they serve you a Bavarian pretzel, then like you're an idiot, type of thing. So, it's a fun show, but I didn't know if you saw that news. I saved something on Instagram to show you their official coming out dating post.
No.
So that's the big news from Destination.
There's your Destination
Well,
X.
I like that because I don't know why people thought Mac was straight. So on the show.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
all like,
that's true.
why are they trying to make a romance between Mac and this guy? That's obviously not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the
interesting.
finale has still not happened
This
as
week?
of the time of this recording. So we'll see.
We'll get the exciting conclusion
Yeah,
next
the final
time
four.
then. Speaking of shows that we've talked about before, Jess, I think you've brought the show up a number of times, but you've continued on with the newest season of Yellowjackets. Is that correct?
Yes, Karen texted me last week and was like, season 2 is on Netflix. And I was like, yes, I'm so happy you told me this. I need to binge this right now. And I've seen on Reddit people saying that season 2 was a wash. Season 1 was so much better. So I had lower expectations. And I disagree with the people on Reddit. I thought it was just a continuation of season 1. So I was so happy. Like, I just love having a good show to binge and you're just so into it and you love it. So I was like, I think Yellowjackets is probably top 5 shows I've ever watched in my life. Like, Stranger
Really?
Things is definitely up there. Oh yeah, I love this show so much. I don't know, it's just perfect for me. It's like, it's creepy, it's interesting, it's just, you want to know what happens next. It's just so good. I love it so much. So, I think season 3 might already be filmed, but it's on Star, so I'll probably have to wait next year until it gets on Netflix. But I will be impatiently waiting. I thought it was so good.
So you're talking about season 2. I see. I'm seeing there are 3 seasons out. You're on a 1-season lag at any given time.
Well, I'm just waiting for it to go on Netflix because I don't have Showtime or Stars or whatever. It actually gets put on first.
Gotcha. All right, well, we'll stay tuned for slightly delayed opinions on Yellowjackets coming your way.
Yeah.
This looks... wait, one question on this. So the premise of the first season is they survive a plane crash in Ontario, all the girls on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do in the later seasons after, like, that plot is resolved?
So the plot isn't resolved. It's just a continuation, really. And the show, like, bounces back between real time versus, like, the teenagers. So it's kind of left on it. I'm thinking of how it ended, but it didn't resolve itself at all. Like, just so out in the wilderness, it's just now the winter time before it was spring and summer.
Oh, are there, like, different actresses playing? I'm reading here, I see teen Shauna and regular Shauna. Or she's not called regular Shauna, but you know what I mean.
So it bounces back between like the teenagers out in the wilderness versus like real time when they're in their 40s and their real life.
That makes more sense now. I always wondered that about this. Okay, well, Yellowjackets. We'll talk more about that in the future, I'm sure. Another show that I hope we talk about in the future if they make more, but we've talked about before as well. TV show called The Rehearsal. Nicole and I have gone back and watched season 2 now, which just aired this year. Yeah, just as you can turn your mic off in the next 5-10 minutes. Nathan Fielder, creator of Nathan For You and Other Strange Things, is back doing elaborate rehearsals to help solve problems. And this time, instead of helping seemingly mundane regular life problems, he is tackling the National Transportation Safety Board. He's trying to get airlines to be more safe because, and we find this all out in the first episode, the common denominator that he's found in the black box like recordings that they do for plane crashes, he feels that it's often the first officer catches these problems, but is too intimidated to challenge the captain and push back when the captain. Almost every time. Apparently, like he plays a lot of the transcripts. He reenacts them as he does. It's a lot of captains saying things are fine. The first pilot saying, I don't think that's right, or blah, 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 and the captain either dismissing them or ignoring them or belittling them or doing something wrong, and then the plane crashes. So this whole season is him tackling, as only he can do, a way to try to get this error fixed. And he does all kinds of crazy things to do so. He has many discussions with John Guglia, who is the former safety board member of... He was an important political guy under a couple presidents. And so he's like a very serious man who Nathan has to get him to take it seriously. He, of course, has to make an entire...
With an unserious name.
Yeah, John Goglia. This is like a real...
Isn't that the name of the worm from Elio we just said?
Yeah, John Glodin, or whatever his name is. Glorden. Glorden. John Glorden. Of course, Nathan has to make an entire replica of one of the terminals at George Bush International Airport, so a large section of... He buys like 3 warehouse or rents, whatever. He gets 3 warehouses and attaches them all together to make an airport thing. He makes a fake singing show that's judged by airline pilots to get a better idea of their psyche, as well as he uses it for other purposes. A lot of talk about Sully, the guy who landed on the Hudson, and of course the grand finale. He's learning this whole time, you find out, to fly himself because he's got a big experiment Nathan does at the end of the show that he's trying to work towards. So that's the
God. He's gonna be the co-pilot.
He's more than the co-pilot. Nicole, what did you think of the second season of The Rehearsal?
Yeah, he's definitely more than the co-pilot. He ends up being the actual pilot of an actual flight of a actual decommissioned plane that he somehow recommissions.
Full of people.
Wait, does he have passengers?
Yeah.
with real passengers
Yes.
that are his actors that he works with all the time, and they all sign up and agree to let him be the pilot of their flight, their 2-hour flight. Yes.
No.
It's pretty nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely amazes me, like, one, what this man can get away with to get HBO to approve.
Yeah.
Two, the budget. I can't imagine what the budget for this show is. It absolutely must be exorbitant because he builds these amazing sets and he remade an airport terminal. He ships his bar that he built across the country to put it into the airport. He's got all of these people on his payroll. He has to have people just work continuously. He's got 3 actors for one role because he can't let them work overtime, like to fulfill.
Oh, we got the 5 rooms
task.
doing the
He's
fake relationships for the co-pilots. Yeah.
Yep, and the theme of this season, more as to what Brennan mentioned, is trying to figure out why pilots are so it's so hard for pilots to express their emotions, and the consequences of pilots expressing that they may have mental conditions or are too afraid to speak up for fear of losing their jobs. The stigma of not being able to get help for anything like that in the air world, right? So he's digging into that a lot too, of why it's kind of taboo for pilots to say anything about their mental health and not speaking up about it. So really a lot of interesting points being made, but it kind of gets just overshadowed by the absolute grandeur of what this guy's doing.
It's crazy.
It's like unbelievable. Yeah, it's really hard to even talk about. Just it doesn't make any sense to say it out loud.
No,
like,
it has to be seen to believed, and even afterwards, you're like, I still don't really believe it. Like you're like, I still can't believe he does this.
Yeah,
like
every activity is the culmination of like 40 other activities that got us to this point, and. You know, it's not just something that he thought of overnight. Like, he did all of this by setting himself up 2 years ago to learn how to fly a biplane and then a single propeller plane and a this and that plane.
Oh my God.
2 years ago, he had to start learning this so he could get a pilot's
Oh my God, the
license.
interviews...
Like, this didn't just happen overnight.
The interviews with all his trainers,
Yeah.
they called him
So
the
much
slowest learner they've ever had. Like, it took him, I think they said it takes like an average of like 250 hours or something before you're like, they're comfortable letting you fly a biplane by yourself.
It takes someone like 2 to 3 weeks, and it took him 7
Yeah,
months.
it took him so long, but he just never quit, and he just kept doing it.
And to see him at the end, legitimately flying a plane, and because they
737,
have a jet. Yeah, they have
Oh
a
my
jet
God.
following him in air to get like actual footage, so we can see he is flying this plane, and he does it so amazingly well. It's like unbelievable that he's not only learning how to fly, but making a show and all the other things that he's doing for the other parts of the show.
Oh my God, and the
Right.
show is
It just
good.
makes sense.
That's what it has narratives the whole time. Like everything works. Like the storytelling of the whole show is actually really good. Like that's what's the most shocking is how ambitious it is, how weird it is, and that it's all actually really good. Is the most shocking part. Is that at the end, it's satisfying. It's like shocking how he could do it.
The one thing I want to end on, because it's just too much to talk about, but he goes like way over the top in this season. He wants to get into the mind of Sully, the pilot that landed in the Hudson.
Yes,
and he gets his memoir and wants to break down the memoir into every part of his life to understand him more. So much so that he dresses up as a baby Sully and reenacts his childhood with his mother, but he's an adult, obviously, so he is adult sized, so he makes everything else giant, so he could be a baby. He makes this enormous crib in this enormous set room with a gigantic door, and he's got this puppet mother that comes in. That's handled by two men with like puppeteer stilt things. And they pick him up out of the crib and they breastfeed him
with the giant puppet.
And as he gets older, as he gets into a young adult and a young teen, he's adult size still. So his parents are on stilts so that they're
towering over him. Yeah,
and these actors are just so into doing whatever he asks them to do. It's like unbelievable that everyone's just on board with this stuff. But if for nothing else, you kind of watch to see this giant puppet mother.
Yeah, that's like one of the middle episodes.
It's just crazy.
Mother breastfeeding.
Yeah,
the Sully episode is I think that's like the third episode
Nathan.
where they really focus on him. And yeah, he's got the Sully episodes. I totally forgot about all the puppets that he has, and he has to do all this too to get a button.
This is very understanding why it took him 7 months how to learn to fly. Then
right.
This other shit.
Yeah, and he could. He's the kind of guy where I'm sure he couldn't just put one thing aside and just work on the one thing. Like he has to do all this in tandem at once in this big giant thing. Like it's. Oh man, it's not. Okay, you would get something. I think if you just saw the first episode of the first season, you would immediately understand. You'd be in, and that one's a standalone. That one is a good entry point because it's just a 40-minute standalone, and it gives you the entire how it all works, and you'll get it from there. Everything will like kind of flow from there. But yeah, it's just really impressive. It's the most impressive show I think I've ever seen.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
All right, so that was the rehearsal. Any other TV we want to close? I know we have a couple other things. Anything worth going over? Anything else, you guys?
I'm going to hold... I have one, but I'm going to hold it till next time because it's not done yet, so it'll be done by the time we talk.
Okay, that's a good idea. And
episodic.
All right, then let's hold off then on any other ones till next time because we are running to our runtime here. So thank you guys for being on this one. This was a good catch up, and it sounded like mostly positive things. Other than Megan, like it's pretty much all positives from the show.
True. Yeah, everything was positive except for Megan. It was a good batch of movies.
Oh, friggin' Megan.
July, successful.
Well, there had to be a bad one. It would have been too weird if they were all good.
No, I'm shocked by like Jurassic World getting a positive review on this. That's
so
stunning.
am I.
I know.
Well,
we'll see. I'll be there tomorrow. I'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll get a part 2 on that next time. In the meantime, if you have things to recommend to us, we'll catch up on it in our next show next month. Films with the Women in My Life on Facebook. Reach out to me on Instagram. I'm Brennan _podhost. You can email the show, filmswiththewomen@gmail.com, and find us on YouTube. Just search Films with the Women in My Life. Click the buttons, please. All right. Thank you guys for being on for this catch up. And yeah, we'll close off the summer next time I talk with you.
All right.
Cool.
See
ya.
Till next time, this is Brennan signing off, saying thanks for listening and enjoy your movies.
Thanks for listening to Films with the Women in My Life. If you enjoyed being a listener in our life, please rate and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or on your favorite podcast app. Keep up with the latest from the show on Instagram at Brennan _podhost, on Facebook at Films with the Women in My Life, and on Twitter at FilmsWomenPod. Finally, you can email the show with questions and suggestions at filmswiththewomen@gmail.com. Original music for the show was created by Ian Burke and Chris Iwanek. Original artwork created by Nicole D'Alessio. This show is produced by Brennan Snyder. Thank you again for listening and enjoy your movies.